There are, first of all, there are many other people who have the gift of the light languages. I've heard other languages from other people when I've traveled around the world. Some of them speak Toltec, which is an old ancient language, a very tribal, old tribal Toltec language. I've heard other people speaking an ancient, it's like a Hindu kind of language. I speak ancient Hebrew. I speak Lakota. There's about a Sanskrit. Four different languages came through me in different levels of my journeying and developing since the early 90s. In that first 10 years, these different languages came to me. But I do know that I have been around other people that speak the different languages, and I can interpret what they're saying. I went to a church once and I asked about the languages that I was speaking to a priest. And that was my very first understanding about the gifts that are in the book of Corinthians. And they told me that there's 5 gifts: gift of prophecy, gift of healing hands, the gift of speaking the languages, light languages, or what they call in the Bible is the fire of tongues. The fire of tongues they spoke in the Bible of. And then the gift of interpretation to the gifts of the fire of tongues. And then the highest gift of all was the gift of faith. I understood then that meeting people around the world, I realized some people only speak these different languages, but they don't know what they're saying. They need to find someone that can interpret what they're saying. And so for me, I did have this language come over me one night, and a Holy Spirit came in my room in the middle of the night. A white light came in my room, and this holy language started coming through. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't really allow it to come through me very often because I didn't know what it was and I didn't understand it until somebody in a church said, you're speaking light language, or the fire of the gift of tongues. And I went, okay, but I don't know what I'm saying, so I don't need to let it happen because I don't know what I'm saying. And someone said, you can find someone to interpret it for you, or you can ask a Holy Spirit to bring you the gift of interpretation, which is what I did. Not everybody has that happen to them. That much I know, because I have asked many people, can you interpret what you're saying? And they say no, but I can interpret for them. I have also had some people that were eager to speak and have the gift of languages, and have been with me a number of sessions, and it's just they start speaking it. They give me that authority sometimes, depending on the journey of the person and the soul, where I've had 3 or 4 people receive the languages after being with me, or they've received just hearing the languages and knowing that there's a spirit coming through them. I think it depends on your journeys in the past and your journey going forward as to what you're to do. I did have, a holy apparition. A beautiful lady in white light came in and did gift me that gift of interpretation in a church one day. So I don't know, it's all part of my own soul journey of being sacredly anointed with these gifts of the fire of tongues and interpretation and healing hands and prophecy. They all came. They came within a duration of about 3 years. It was really quick. It was very powerful when it came in. And I had asked this priest in the church, again, because I didn't know what was this. What is this that I'm saying? And that priest in the church, he just looked at me and he said, "Oh, my dear, that's ancient Hebrew you're speaking. It's a very, very holy, holy, blessed language. You have been gifted." That was the start of my journey back in, I guess, 1989, 87 or 89. Now those languages change. I started with that ancient Hebrew, and then it went into a native Lakota language, and then it changed to a Sanskrit, which is a very, very old, the first language spoken on this planet. It's kind of like it's a cutting in it's very broken, and it's a very old language called Sanskrit. Very, 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 very ancient type of teachings would come through on something like that. There's a lot of information that I have written over the years, just as these different teachers have been speaking through me. They're ancient masters, they're high priests, they're high priestesses, they're native elders, all bringing in a different word of knowledge when they realized that they could speak through me and that I could interpret what was being delivered. And now, since doing that for 20 years, it feels to me that they've lifted me to a whole other level of authority, you would say, in the realms where I am now being given the gift of transmitting. And so there's a transmitting of a higher frequency that you would be receiving right now from just sitting in front of me, even though we're millions of miles away. But you would be feeling the energy on your heart or energy around your head. You would feel the adjustments that's transmitting through you and healing your lower back or your left knee, or adjusting something where there was restriction on your shoulders or something. Because there's this new ability, I feel, or gift of transmitting frequencies. Even on the remote healings, I see things, what's going on with the people, even though I don't even know who they are, or I have never seen them before. It's a new ability. And so I'm feeling elated that these infinite masters are developing and transforming me more now in this 2020, 21, 22. So I don't know where it's going to go. I'm excited though. Can you feel the energies coming on you? I'm sure you can. When you have me with the hour or 2 hour session, you probably feel also the energies transmitting. So this is the difference. Many other teachers, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands, I would say, around the world that are mediums, teachers, prophets, clairvoyants, readers, that are receiving knowledge or have a gift of clairvoyance or clairaudience. But to transmit an energy while teaching and having teachings transmitted through you while emanating the energy, That's very rare that you find that. And it's just my own self-realization. Only in the last 3 years that have had people say to me, whoa, when you came by me, there was an energy that I've recognized people saying that I was unaware of that. But now I know when I'm speaking with people online or teaching or sitting with them in person, physically in person, they feel this Holy Spirit. It's a transmission of energy of love and peacefulness that is balancing your energy, lifting your energy and shifting you into a very peaceful state, that after you're with me, you sometimes feel very tired because it's like having a cleaning over you. So you feel tired, but you feel refreshed, is how people say.